in the military you don't do. You don't let anyone know what you're afraid of, or you're gonna get harassed for it. So me and this guy Alcantara, Staff Sergeant Alcantara, we went out there and we were like, okay, so what are we gonna do tonight? And it was late at night, we were bored and we couldn't sleep. And I was like, oh, let's go get a.
Let's go fuck Sebastian up.
Like let's go make a fake spider. I was like, all right, so we're giggling and stuff like that, and we cut the thing out of styrofoam, and we're using pipe cleaners for legs and stuff like that, and we had this nice looking tarantula done, and we were going to put it in his bed the next day. Well, somehow, the next day it gets blown, the secret gets blown, and I think I'm like, oh no, you wrecked it, and lo and behold, that Sebastian had heard us the night before making this tarantula. So he put on his boots, he put on his pants, he put on his jacket and his gear, and he sat with his back against the wall like this the whole night. So we did get him. We got him that night. So.
He had a whole night of the fear.
Yeah, like what the hell are these guys gonna do to me? So
it must have been, do you think, was it odd, like having, because he's quite old, isn't he, compared to all of you, so, like, was he like the granddaddy of wiseness that came in, and did he, like, say much and stuff, or not?
He was real quiet with, in groups, but, me and him got to talking, and, he kept real quiet in groups, but we used to make fun of him a lot for how old he was and stuff like that, but it wasn't, like, hey, listen to the granddad. We gotta listen to him because, he's old, because it just didn't go that way, but
did he not? He didn't get down and dirty with you then. He didn't like get into the banter and.
Oh yeah, he did once in a while when he was attacked. Once in a while, or he'd throw out there, him and Tim throw out there a few. Wise smirks, or wise cracks on us, so we'd get him back once in a while. But it would either come up with Tim brought a net out there that was pinned up. It was this white frilly net, and he's gonna kill me for talking about this. And we just got on him about it. We're like, Tim, why would you bring a net? He's like, the mosquitoes, they're gonna bite me. The mosquitoes. And we're like, you dirty Brit. We're just giving him hell and stuff like that, and he's giving us hell back, and that was, so it was some things like that,
That's so funny. I can imagine, like, their job obviously is to kind of like hang with you guys, but they're so different because obviously Tim's British and Sebastian's old American, and you're all kind of bouncy. So I can imagine I think you kind of, bizarrely, I think you seduced them. Like, I think they went in there thinking they're going to be all impartial and be sort of really observational about war and come back with this sort of great sort of geopolitical thesis on it. And they kind of have deconstructed it, but I think at the same time, they all sort of got sucked into the journey because it became so visceral, It became so. It was so. Go on.
No, I think you're 100% right. They I don't think they came in with what they got. I think they totally got something unexpected, like you were saying. To have a group of guys as close as we were, on tip of a mountain, as far out as we were, and just to get that by chance is like insane,
and to get your asses handed to you as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, so because the minute, you were being pounded so heavily as well. So they went in there thinking we're going to be all kind of objective about war, and then all of a sudden their lives were just as much at risk as yours were, and so they were like, right, we're on the team. We're team platoon.
They became so close to me, in the fact that, they saw some stuff that we saw. I mean, they saw both, Tim was out there when Rugal, Mendoza, Brennan, and all got killed. So I wasn't out there. I was at home. And so in a way, they sometimes saw more than I did. So it became like, when I got home, I didn't have any of my platoon anymore. They were all gone. They were all still in the military or wherever they were at, and I needed someone, and I would turn to these two because they would know what the hell I was talking about. You know, they would like, remember the time, and they'd be like, yeah, I remember that time, and it would be really helpful, you know, in treating me, getting me sober, basically.
Well, I think it is really difficult when you live in this environment which is so intense that you create your own language almost. You know, the what you guys would have found funny, like if most normal people outside of that group, they wouldn't have got the way that gag had grown. So that gag isn't funny, really.
Yeah, right.
It's only funny because it was funny at that time, but it's still funny now. Like you say this one word and it brings back this gag, and that,
right.
you know, that's that kind of red belly thing, you know, is like, to me, someone goes, well, what did you do for your 25th birthday? I'm like, well, I fended off getting a red belly. And like, you know, it's really funny. And I'm thinking that's just a bit fucking weird, really. Like, I was expecting that you might have got a cake. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, that's kind of that, you need that, I think.
Yeah. And that's where the good memories come from. That's where I miss what I miss so much. You know, that intimate, you know, bonding. You know, just a bunch of guys up there creating their own way of living, basically, and just being able to be who they want to be. You know, like anyone, you know, you could just act the way you wanted to act, and everyone was going to give you hell about it, but you might as well act that way because everyone's going to give you hell either way. So
yeah.
it was a really good place. It was a good place to grow. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
as a human, as weird as it sounds, it was a good place to grow as a human being. You know, because you had to trust these guys as you know, your back. You know, and you grew so close to these guys, and you begin to trust more. You know, and then when you get out of the group, it's hard to trust again. But you know.
Yeah, but it was so remote though. It was so remote. Like it was like the rules weren't the same. Like if you look at the pictures that Tim's got of you all sat on the side of the mountain doing the digging and stuff, and you're just in your shorts and boots, in standard military operating procedure, you wouldn't have got away with that. You know, you wouldn't get away with that in different parts of the military. You were kind of like on the edge of a precipice in terms of like the extremity of what you had to deliver from the mission itself was pretty fucking hardcore. But actually, not only was the mission hardcore, but actually, so was the terrain. Oh, and there was the living conditions as well. Oh, and you were there for 14 months, and you were there with a bunch of dudes who wanted to just, like, kick the shit out of each other. You know, so, like, all of those things make this really unique situation that, like, how could anyone else understand that? You know, how can anyone else...
You couldn't, you know, and it's like, I missed the hell out of it.
It's not like you can go to your wife, oh no, let's go to the Rockies, let's sit on the side of the mountain, get some rednecks to shoot at us for like 3 weeks, and you can shit in this big tar barrel and we'll burn the poop. How's that sound for a holiday? She'd be like, I'm all over it.
Oh, man, this sounds perfect. If you can get that together, I'm on it right now.
We've got like adventure holidays. You could call like Corringale Valley Dreams.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to Colorado.
We were saying that, you know, when we were over there, you know, how we could get that place into a pretty damn good holiday resort, you know, with skiing down the slopes and stuff like that. And, you know, we could shoot blanks up over their head at the, you know, sometimes, and, you know, to simulate what was going on, you know, before we got there and stuff like that. Who knows?
Yeah, that could be it.
Money.
Corringale Valley, skiing holidays, you know, holidays with a difference. Like, insurgents shoot at you while you ski. It's like James Bond's skiing holidays.
Yes, I would go there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, excellent. You get to pack a weapon. You turn up, like, here you go, here's your AK, whatever it is. AK something. I don't speak.
AK-47.
AK-47. I'm just a little echo from the kitchen. AK-47. I don't speak guns. Yeah, no, I can see that it's really mental. No, I'm going to stop recording now. But thank you. That was